Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a good day so far. So in this video, we are going to be talking about the modifications that I've done to the truck after my last modification video. We've done quite a bit of stuff in my personal opinion. We've done stuff to the suspension, we've done stuff to the bed. The only thing that we really haven't done to the truck, modification-wise, is paint, other than the plasti dip, which I'll be going over later on in this video. But for the most part, everything is going to be kind of the same. I'll go over some of the main things that I covered in my last modification video that I still have on the truck. But other than that, everything is going to be pretty much new. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Let's go. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're going to be talking about is my wheel and tire setup. I get a lot of questions about this on Instagram. Now, what this is it's a Method 305 NV wheel. This is a 17 by 8.5 inch wheel. This is also going to be wrapped in a BFGoodrich KM3 tire. The tire itself is going to be around 295/70/17, which is about 33.3 inches tall, and then about 11 to 11.5 inches wide, depending on how much you have it aired down. This has been a great tire so far. The tread is still fairly deep, and I really enjoy them, especially on the trails. They handle phenomenally. I highly recommend getting these. If you don't have the money for them, you can always go for the KO2s. Those are great as well. But this is my wheel and tire setup that I have right here. So a lot of people say that they look like 35s, but they're 33s because I didn't want to cut my crash bars in the front. So 33.3 inches tall. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next modification that I've done to Ruby. Alrighty guys, so one of the first things that I did after the wheel and tire setup is I upgraded my headlights. These are the Anzo Switchback LEDs. As you can probably see, these are the switchbacks, so they go white and amber. So there's the amber, and then there's the white. And so the amber only goes on when you lock it and unlock it, as well as it acts as your turn signal. So let me go ahead, turn the turn signal on, and then I'll show you what they look like. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like when you're turning, if you use the turn signal, which you probably should. This is the amber around the headlight itself. This is what it's gonna look like when you're turning, as well as when you lock it and unlock it. All right, and I don't know how well it's gonna come out in daylight, but we have the CougarMotor LED bulbs inside for the highs and the lows. The lows or the highs aren't gonna be on right now, but this is what it looks like. It's a nice bright light. Highly recommend them. Haven't had any issues with them over the past almost a year, or maybe it's even past a year. But I haven't had any problems with the highs or the lows. They work phenomenally and they put out a great amount of light. So I highly recommend those. I'll be leaving those in the description as well. Alrighty, so we're gonna stick with the light portion of the video. So what we also did is we upgraded our cargo lights. Now those are gonna be the Sylvania 912s to 921s. I did a video of installing those. I'll leave it up in like the little thing above, but that's what they look like. I think it's a lot better than the crappy halogen bulb that they had before, but let me unlock it one more time. Puts out a great amount of light at night, and it looks a lot better than halogen in my opinion. Moving on, we have the license plate lights. And these are gonna be the Sylvania 168s, I believe. Super easy to install. Didn't take long at all, maybe a solid 5 minutes, but that just adds to the accents. We got LEDs there, LEDs for the reverse lights, and then LEDs for the cargos. And then this little thing is an LED as well when the truck is unlocked. So there we go. So LED, 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 and then just picture an LED there, but there's an LED. So that's pretty much it for all the light stuff that we've done. I think everything looks really good. So I don't think there's a single halogen bulb on this truck unless it's like inside and the dome lights or whatever, but everything exterior is LEDs, which is really cool. So yeah, let's move on. All right, so moving down under the truck, I guess underneath the whatever. So here we have the Pendaform underwell wheel liners. I put these in a little while ago just to protect the inner walls of the truck, just to catch extra mud, that way it doesn't get all the way up in the bed. But these are great. I think they look really good, really cleans up the wheel well. It did not come with these. I installed them. I'll leave a little header to the video that I installed them in. But yeah, so these are really good. I really enjoy them. I think Husky and WeatherTech actually make them as well. But these were cheaper on Amazon when I bought them, so that's why I ended up getting the Panda forms. So. Now, let's go ahead and look at these. These are gonna be the Fox 2.0 shocks. And I got comments in my video when I installed them saying that these are upside down, but I looked on Fox's website and I asked a question. They responded and they said that it doesn't really matter how you install the rears, just as long as you make sure they're bolted down and torqued correctly. So that is the rear. Let's go look at the front, because the front's a little prettier. So, looking at these, there it is in its glory. It's adjustable down there. However, I have not adjusted these. These have come straight from the factory. I believe it's just a 2-inch lift, so nothing big, nothing dramatic, but these perform a lot better than my stock shocks. So I really enjoy these. They seem to do pretty well. The angle is a little steep. I don't know if you can see, but the angle is a little steep on those bad boys, but haven't had any issues. Hopefully I don't. If I do, then of course I'll replace it. But as of right now, with 6,000 miles on them, I don't know how long I've had this for, but I've had them for a while and they performed really well. Highly recommend them. Hopefully I don't break. Fingers crossed. Alright, so going under this dirty hood and dirty engine bay, I'll clean it, I promise, sometime. We have the AFE Momentum GT cold air intake. I showed this before, but it's kind of peeling a little bit. So I don't know if I should sand this or just keep breaking off the pieces that might fly in there, but that's hold up so well so far. Now over here we have the JLT 3.0 oil separator, and this has gathered a lot of oil so far. I'll post videos to the install and everything with it. I highly recommend it. Definitely saves your engine from the buildup of oil, and it's really easy to take on and off. So highly recommend this. Really good investment so far. Buy it. Looking in here, it's pretty much the exact same. Still have the WeatherTech, still have the magnet, and the windshield doohickey thing, but we have the KENWOOD DRVA601W, I believe is what it is. This bad boy shoots in 4K. Highly recommended. That's actually what I use for all my off-roading videos. Instead of a GoPro, I use this thing, and it's done really well so far, other than the mount failing a little bit, but as you saw, I fixed that with a hose clamp. Highly recommend it. If you see where I'm sitting, you can't really see it, so it doesn't distract you. I also wired it up through down the A-pillar, and then it's in my little fuse box down there. So highly recommend it. I'll post a video to me installing this up here somewhere. And now I don't know if it's like an internal thing or not, but I'm running a BCB tune right now. That's a Brew City Boost tune, 91 octane. Really like it so far. Hasn't given me any troubles like the 5-star has, but the 5-star wasn't a custom tune, so maybe that's why. Not quite sure. But for the Brew City Brew custom tune, since it's the first custom tune for the truck, I have really enjoyed it so far. Highly recommend it. Maybe once when I get tired of this one, I'll go back to 5-star and have them actually do a custom tune for the truck. But as of right now, hauls really well, super fast, and that's pretty much it for the tune. Yeah, okay. Now, going out to the exterior, as you can see, the side steps are gone. Again, makes it look taller. I like it. Now, Bedrack. This is the latest addition. Here's my little note for it. So what we have here is a We got some Yakima HD bars on the Yakima Bedrock mounts. And then we have a FrontRunner SlimLine 2 rack. And then we have the shovel mount, which is right there for the shovel. And then over here, we have an axe mount for an axe. And then, I don't know if y'all care, but I got a bottle opener on this side and then a bottle opener on that side too, along with a couple eye bolts. But this is the current rack setup for the truck. I haven't really gone on to like Facebook Marketplace or anything to see what else I can put up there, but I'm pretty happy with everything and how it looks. Highly recommend it. This is also off of a 4Runner. It's for a 4Runner, I believe Gen 5. I also asked FrontRunner if they made a adjustment bracket for a 4Runner to an F150. They said no, so I thought I'd try to figure out one, and this is what I came up with. So it is a little smaller than what a F150 rack would be, but I'm pretty happy with how it is because it's inside the bed, so everything is not sticking out like it would be. I really don't know, but nice and even, clears the bed cap easy, and that's what it looks like. I think it's pretty cool. And then I can tie stuff from right there to the other side onto the rack, and then it's secure. So this is the rack that I have. Just a normal axe, normal cobalt shovel. Pretty good. And that is pretty much it for the modifications that I've done to the truck after my last mods video. Some of these could be mods, some of them aren't. Like I said, I classy dipped the EcoBoost badge, the F150 badge, and then the front. Yeah, so that is pretty much going to conclude this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions about these mods or anything that I've done to the truck, leave them down in the comments below. I will try to post links to all of the stuff that I have, but if I don't, just message me and I'll try to find them for you. So yeah, thank you very much. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.